We start off now in West Africa, where Nigeria's Justice Iang Eko of the Federal High Court in Abuja has refused the request by the Lamidia Papas faction to stop the candidate of the Labour Party, Ethan Achonu, from contesting this Saturday's governorship election in Imo State on the platform of the party. The request, brought by the faction through its counsel, Mohammed Ndarani Mohammed, a senior advocate of Nigeria, was outrightly rejected by the judge on Friday for being premature. At Friday's ruling, Justice Eko held that he had perused through the affidavit evidence of the Independent National Electoral Commission and that of APAPA's side and found contentious issues that cannot be resolved through the ex parte motion as sought by APAPA's side. Now, ahead of Saturday's gubernatorial election in Imo State, the People's Democratic Party says its candidate, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, is not deterred but set for victory. The party urged the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to disqualify Uzodinma. The party also said it is barbaric and shameful that the APC candidate, Uzodinma, descended so low to allegedly sponsor a fake video against the party's candidate to mislead the Imo people. Now, according to the PDP, the fake video confirmed that Uzodinma was in mortal fear of the popularity of the PDP candidate and had to resort to last-minute underhand methods in a failed attempt to get him out of the way. The statement further claimed that Uzodinma had demonstrated that he was not ready to contest in a peaceful, free, fair and transparent election. Now, Wela Omosigo, the program's officer, K-Impact Development Initiative, who's currently observing the election in Imo State, joins me now live to discuss this. Thank you so much, Wela, for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening to you too. Now, can you quickly provide your own perspective on the allegations made by the PDP, the People's Democratic Party, against the APC candidate Uzodinma regarding the fake video?
Unfortunately, this governorship election has experienced a lot of hate speeches, cyberbullying, fake news circulating in the media space. And this is rather unfortunate for our democracy, because it further perpetuates violence, it fuels violence, and it's actually a potential for violence. The PDP has accused the gubernatorial candidate of the APC, Governor Uzodinma, of producing and spreading this fake video. However, the APC has debunked this news and said that they are not responsible for it. Now, it appears that the political space is getting more tense as a result of this video that's been circulating. They have debunked this news, and up to now, there is no verifiable evidence that the governor, which is the APC gubernatorial candidate, actually produced and circulated the video.
Right. Also, how do you think that these allegations could impact the overall electoral process as well as the perception of the candidate?
Okay, it could further, like I already mentioned, it's a potential for violence. It could further fuel violence. That is, the political space right now is already, polarized. You see security agents everywhere. It begs the question as to whether it is actually elections that are being conducted or whether it is war. So people are worried. Actually, I think it is an attempt by the government, to promote peace and to ensure that the electorate trust the process and have confidence to come out and vote. However, I'm afraid that this has further, intensified distrust between the citizens and the candidates that are contesting for positions. This is not good for democracy at all. And it appears this might even affect the turnout of tomorrow's elections, because there are news circulating in this media space and some of them are verifiable, and this is just one of them.
All right, Wela, in your own opinion, what measures should the Independent National Electoral Commission, the INEC, take to address the concerns of underhand methods and simultaneously ensure a peaceful, free and fair, as well as transparent election?
Okay, I think one thing that stands out is data. INEC needs to continue to utilize the data that it produces, and sometimes the data are not timely. Whether it is that INEC does not start planning early enough, or that they are overwhelmed, I really cannot tell. If INEC is overwhelmed, I think they should seek for help from other agencies. We have National Retention Agency, for example, and other agencies that can onboard in INEC, so they have enough time to plan. That way, logistics are distributed on time, Logistics plans are in place. These things are distributed on time. INEC has enough time to plan. Stakeholders, critical stakeholders that are part of the electoral processes are brought in on time. That helps the process smoother and ensures peaceful processes. But however, INEC so far, the citizens, of course, there is a perception, of course, in the state currently that INEC is not going to deliver. But however, INEC has continued to promise and talk big that they are going to do their best to ensure that the election is credible and fair. However, I think it is crucial that INEC starts planning early enough and that they involve as much stakeholders as possible. And that if they need help, of course, they can go ahead and ask other agencies, ask the government for help, ask stakeholders. Civil society, for example, civil society organizations, for example, are always clamoring, for an inclusive process. Bring different stakeholders together, get their ideas, check out for what is not working, what you can do better. From the previous election, what were the pitfalls? How do we make sure that these mistakes are not repeated in the next election so that the mistakes do not keep recurring? So I think it is important that INEC is inclusive during the planning process and that they start early enough.
All right, finally, before we let you off the news, Wela, what role exactly do you believe that the people of Imo State can play in ensuring a successful as well as a credible electoral process? I mean, we've heard about what the government can do, but what can the people do?
Election and even electoral security is not just a police affair. It cuts across. It involves the entire citizens. The citizens of Imo State, the citizens of Nigeria even have a civic responsibility of ensuring a credible and fair election. Elections are the way that we elect our leaders. So I urge all Imolites to come out and cast their votes. They should try as much as possible not to allow intimidation. Do not allow your votes to be bought. Do not support vote buying. Make sure you are casting a vote for your conscience and for the leader that you believe in. That is their own way of ensuring a smooth process. And of course, the police, there's heavy presence of the police, of this military. We have the NSCDC to rampant to the society. They are everywhere. So I think they can work with the police, report on time. The police, they also have a newsroom. They had a briefing today. The police had a briefing today with CSOs and the media and talked about their plans for ensuring a smooth process. So I think Imolites should come out and cast their votes, ensure that they are not intimidated to voting whoever they are not is not in their best interest. They should avoid as much as possible vote buying, and they should not be partakers of violence.
All right, Owela Omosigo, Programs Officer, King Pack Development Initiative. Thank you so much for giving us the update.
Thank you so much.